guys. I'm Jim Karpowitz. I'm the river advocate for the Missouri Coalition for the Environment. Of course, the beloved Operation Clean Stream has been canceled this year, although it is now in this virtual format. So we were honored when Operation Clean Stream asked us to inhabit their blog for a day, and the only thing I could think of doing was to do a little virtual film festival that kind of featured Missouri waters. So check out those videos. There's an interesting profile of Leo Dry, who's both one of the founders of the Missouri Coalition for the Environment as well as one of the founders of the Open Space Council. There's a little bit of whitewater, there's some trout fishing, but Missouri water is the theme, so enjoy those videos. But first I'd like to talk to some of my colleagues at the Missouri Coalition for the Environment about how what they do is affected by Missouri's waters.
So Missouri is a very water-rich state. You know, we have almost 200,000 miles of rivers and streams. We've got the confluence of the two greatest rivers right here in the state. And so everything that we do in Missouri touches water. And when you think about the natural resources that we want to protect, just the basic foundations of human life, I mean, water, air, land, the water's at the heart of everything. You know, Missouri's an agricultural state, and you need water for that. We've got a very robust brewing industry here in St. Louis, and a lot of that has to do with water, recreation, drinking water. I mean, everything that we do touches on this magnificent resource that we are so lucky to have here in Missouri.
I have been doing factory farm research and outreach. I remember like the job description of it, I was like, I'm going to be learning about hog poop pretty much all the time as a job, full time. But I mean, it does connect you to water issues. I mean, there's a lot of very human issues. CAFOs have a tremendous impact on rural communities, and when one comes in, it's like the community has to rethink their economic system. Like, can they even have guests on their property? So it's a very human, like, real kind of problem that we're facing in Missouri, I think, is this expansion of CAFOs.
The reason we work on food and farm issues is because how and where our food is grown has an impact on the environment, and that is seen in soil degradation and water quality degradation as well. It really comes down to, in my opinion, how we use our land, and we're an agricultural state. We have farmers of all scales, all sizes, growing a variety of things, raising animals in different ways, and the way they choose to raise their animals or grow their crops ultimately is going to impact water downstream, as well as the water underneath their soil. So making sure that we have sound policy that protects our water and soil and incentivizes farmers to use good stewardship practices is ultimately going to support our water system for being the healthiest it can be.
Our environmentally responsible farmers do things a lot differently than the big agribusiness farmers do, right? They have riparian buffers, right, that help prevent waste from going into streams. They often use drip irrigation, so they're into water conservation. A lot of them have rain barrels. But most importantly, animals are allowed to live on pasture and forage for food, and that means their waste is evenly distributed on the field, which makes it not waste, but nourishment for the pasture, preventing it from going into waterways. By good practices, they're sequestering carbon and preventing waste from entering waterways.
I mean, I've always been passionate about environmental issues, and so to be able to spend my day talking to people about environmental issues, making change on them, learning about them, for me personally is very gratifying. I would say especially right now when it feels like there's so many things in the world that are out of our control and that are going in the opposite direction of where I would like to see them, and I think where a lot of people at MCE would like to see them. It's very gratifying to go to work every day and know that I am putting my time and energy into making things better.